everybody.
Welcome to No Sugar Baker on the Road to Hubs. We're back at our own No Sugar Baker kitchen. We're having a birthday party.
We had a successful week. The Hubs remembered No Sugar Baker's birthday yesterday.
You know, birthdays are kind of a big deal to me. As you all know from all reading about my history, the very last thing I ate before I got sick was a carrot cake. I found myself actually going and licking, I'm embarrassed to say this, licking the frosting onto a knife and wanting to eat that. Then I ended up in the emergency room. Today we're making the No Sugar Baker carrot cake, which is Michael Delzato. Who plays with him? He's an NHL superstar. He's a defenseman for the NHL. He's super great. We have friends joining us, and we have tons of prizes today, which is a whole lot of fun. I don't think anybody loves a birthday party more than me.
You do like a good party. So
here's what we got today. We're going to do a contest. All you have to do is go in the comments and make your entry. Here's the question that you have to answer correctly. What day of the week was I born on? So it's either Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So you have to go in the comments, enter which day of the week you think I was born on. It was August 16th. You can Google, figure out how long I've been born. It's been all over there how old I am. So August 16th was the birthday, was yesterday. Put in the comment section what day of the week you think I was born on. And then we're going to give you, look at this, our friends at Right Rice.
That is some good stuff there.
Have you guys had the Right Rice yet?
Rice.
Right Rice, made from vegetables, very low carbohydrates, zero sugar is fantastic. Our very good friends at Bratz Roots. A lot of you wanted to do a little Bratz Roots. They did a special with their CEO. He wants to come back and talk to us again about baking with Bratz Roots. So they actually are going to give a package away. And then we're bringing in a couple new friends. Our brand new friends at Keto Chow, Miriam and Chris, are going to join us in 2 seconds.
I love Keto Chow.
Yeah, it's a keto replacement. It's a meal replacement. And then we have Amanda from Thompson's got low sugar, alcohol-free wines, and I made, listen, so for the last, now it'll be 3 years yesterday, I pretty much only drink water. Well, I used to drink back in the day a slush. So I made, look at this, you're gonna love it. It is a wine slush that is completely sugar-free. Not alcohol-free. One little sip of it, and I was like, woo! Little wind to the wind there. So you'll really enjoy that. So again, make sure you enter in on the comments. Make sure you put down there what day of the week you think I was born. We're going to then put all those entries together and give away all these prizes. We also have 20% off, a link for 20% off the Keto Chow just for No Sugar Baker fans. That link is on the Facebook page, along with 20% off of Thompson & Scott wines and 20% off of Right Rice. And we're doing 2 cooking demonstrations after we talk with our friends. So we're doing the Michael Delzato carrot cake and then also making the frozen slush. So with that, we are more than excited to introduce.
We have a huge show going on today.
I know. This is way too much. We're super excited to introduce Chris and Miriam from Keto Chow. So let me see if I can know how to figure this out. Look at that! There they are! Look at you guys! Hey there. No Sugar Baker birthday party. So I don't know if you can hear us. We just talked all about you guys and how wonderful you are.
Yeah, we can hear you guys. Can you hear us okay?
Yes.
We definitely can hear you. Awesome.
Okay.
So here we got the Keto Chow right here. So Chris is a huge fan.
I absolutely. When we first got this from you guys, I like the protein shakes. You know, when I work out, when I tried this, I'm like, oh, this will be interesting. But the first, I can't remember what flavor I tried, but all the flavors were in that first like starter box that you guys sent us were amazing. Nice. They're so good. Tell us how you guys got on the concept and how you kind of got started yourselves.
You want to tell the story, Miriam? I tend to dominate these conversations,
I know, but he has such a nice
I know exactly the feeling, Chris.
What I'm saying is,
no, you say it. I'll just smile.
Okay. So I started a keto diet way back when. I'm a systems and networking engineer by training. So naturally, I got into human nutrition. No, but naturally, I'm very lazy. I like to spend time on the things that are important and not as much time on the things that are mundane and don't deserve my attention. I've later found out that means I'm an essentialist, but whatever. And so I wanted to have time to cook amazing dinners, but I also needed food and nutrition when I was at work at my job. So I came up with this idea of making a meal replacement shake just for my own use. but it also had to not taste terrible. And so for years iterating on it, changing stuff around, gotten to the point where it tastes like melted ice cream, and it's delicious. And it has, well, I also, back to the I'm lazy. I wanted something that would give me all of the nutrients that I needed. So all the protein, vitamins, minerals, like the whole deal, not end up with keto flu again. I wanted to avoid all of that. So I made the
I think all of our listeners and followers will love the fact that it's like less than 1 gram of carbs and less than 1 gram of sugar for that meal replacement.
Yeah, it ends up with like 0.75 grams of, there's lactose in it because of the protein that we use on most of them.
So how do you do it? So you get the little shaker in the mail.
Yep.
You get the shaker. You pour in, and you guys have like all these awesome flavors, right? It's not just, I mean, I have vanilla and chocolate in front of me, but all your flavors are like.
They have like crazy flavors.
How many flavors you got?
Like 34.
Yeah. We did sell out of red licorice recently.
Yeah.
I haven't tried that. The Snickerdoodle's good.
Yeah, it is. Well, most of the flavors are more like, Snickerdoodle, strawberry, raspberry cheesecake. The chocolate mint tastes like Thin Mints. The chocolate toffee. We have a lot of different flavors just because I actually use this, like for realsies, use it myself. And so I want something that is really good tasting and has a lot of variety. And then we get a lot of people who suggest different flavors to us.
Oh, sure.
So you go ahead, you pour it into, and you mix yours with heavy cream.
So
right?
here on the I haven't done it exactly the way you guys recommended on the package. I've done the heavy cream, but I haven't done it with the warm water and let it sit overnight.
Okay.
I usually just do like the almond milk or the heavy cream, put the powder in, shake it up, let it cool for a couple minutes, and then drink it. That's what I've done. I've never tried to let it sit overnight.
Yeah, we recommend to let it sit like 15 minutes just because it tastes better.
Sure.
Because like there's the vitamins and the protein that need time to dissolve. Otherwise, it has kind of a vitamin-y taste to it and a little bit chalky, but that goes away. And if you let it sit overnight, it tastes really good. If you use warm water and mix it up with butter, then
that's
it's
always
even.
been kind of my issue with the meal replacement shakes is I've had some people like suggest to me, they're like, hey, you should really try these shakes because you can lose a fast weight, blah, blah, blah. So I got suckered into it. But the grittiness made me want to throw up, right? So this is, Chris keeps telling me, he's like, no, this is absolutely fantastic. It's creamy, it's good, it tastes great. You don't get that chalky grittiness or I feel like I'm taking a bottle of vitamins down my throat.
Yeah. Well, I kind of wonder if the people who make it actually use the other stuff.
So
go ahead.
No, I was going to say that you guys are offering 20% off for all No Sugar Baker followers today. And we put it on the Facebook post. So I think the code is no sugar. So that they have to enter in. So it's easy, fantastic. So that's slick. So they just go to your website, enter in no sugar. They get 20% off, which everybody I know that follows No Sugar Baker loves the deal.
Nice.
How long have you guys been in business for? When did you guys start all this?
Like 8 years.
Well, we started in 2015. But then at that point, I still had my full-time job. We were shipping out of our house. Fast forward a couple of years, and we actually have some employees. Now we got about 50 of them. But it's actually a real job all of a sudden.
Yeah. Got a location and everything.
Yeah.
Well, we really appreciate the friendship. We like really talking to you too. We know you guys have to skedaddle because you have another interview to do. So
no
want
problem.
to say thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for giving that code. And my husband 100% thinks you guys are the best thing ever. He always talks about Keto Chow, especially after he works out.
Everyone go out and try to get this Keto Chow. Use that code. You will not be disappointed. I suck it down every time I get it. I absolutely love it. Thanks,
Well, if the Hubs loves it. Well, happy birthday, by the way.
If the Hubs endorses it, then it's good.
Good to see you guys. Thank you so much, Chris and Miriam from Keto Chow. We really appreciate it. And make sure you get that 20% off.
Thanks,
Have a great day.
Thank you.
We're still here. We're still here.
can you hear us?
Yes, hi, how you doing?
Amanda,
Hi,
oh my gosh,
Amanda.
you just popped up to do Amanda Thompson. Oh my gosh. There we go. Amanda Thompson, you are the Entrepreneur of the Year with Thompson and Scott. Low sugar, alcohol-free, some alcohol-free wines. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yeah. And a big thing now is no alcohol too with Naughty. But don't be afraid, you get all of the flavor.
Yeah, I love it. So we got connected because I have not had anything to drink. Literally, I drink water, and on a really rare occasion, I've gotten myself to drink Sprite Zero was what my doctor told me to drink. So I connected with you and said, oh my gosh, if you make a low sugar wine that I can actually try and it tastes good, you and I are gonna become best friends. And we
There you go.
I just made it. I gotta show you this. Look at this. I used to make slush before I got sick. So slush is a frozen slush right
Look
there.
at that.
The slush is a frozen slush right there. So it's a strawberry slush. And let me tell you, you freeze it overnight. It is fantastic. We're going to make it in 1 second, Amanda, to use all your great stuff. But tell us a little bit about Thompson Scott and how you got started with the wines.
Sure, thanks for having me. Originally, I was obsessed with the buzz of champagne. You know that moment when you hear the pop of the cork, those lovely cold bubbles on your lips, and that idea that the party's starting or the start of something very special. And I used to actually, funny enough, I used to be a BBC broadcaster back in the day. So this was my old world.
You like this world.
But I used to like asking the questions, not answering them. I'm in the hot seat now. And actually in the arts world, I was an arts broadcaster and champagne was my buzz. And I recognized, a bit like you with sugar, I recognized that sometimes there was a lot of sugar going into wine. Also, I recognized that perhaps too much alcohol wasn't good for us. So that was really my transition into the wine world. I moved to Paris, I studied wine, I left my first career behind. And then I originally launched a champagne, and I've just recently moved into top quality alcohol-free wine with Naughty.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. So it's alcohol, some are alcohol free and some are low sugar, because you can't necessarily get to a completely sugar free. I think you would if you could. You can't necessarily get to a completely sugar free, correct?
Yeah, I think it's quite complicated, the science with sugar in wine. But basically, if you've got a really cheap, badly made wine, exactly like processed food, you can chuck a load of sugar and chemicals in and get what you call, I suppose, satiability, like something that is very sweet on the palate, but actually you get that icky aftertaste. You know how people sometimes say if they have just one glass of something, their teeth get a bit furry and they start to get a bit of a headache. It's that kind of issue you've got. And because wine really in 2022, you may be surprised to learn, and I think, Jane, we've spoken about this off camera, it's really the only legal consumable I can think of where you don't literally know what's in your bottle, because the ingredients list is not listing every tiny ingredient. So that allows people to really chuck things in that you may not want. And of course, for those who've got allergens or are following a lower sugar diet, that's not a good way forward. And I think eventually we'll get to a different sort of legislative place. But I'm all about being as open and transparent about what's going into my bottle as possible, which I know, Jane, was something that connected with you.
Oh, absolutely. I never, before I got sick, I never was an ingredient reader. Now, that's the very first thing I do. The first thing I do is I turn over and look at the macros, and then I go to the ingredient list and make sure it's not going to make me sick. Make sure it's not going to let me lose my eyesight.
Yeah, I know, that's such a
I love
crazy story.
Oh, that's heavy. So we got all you guys sent us a little Twire pack here. I love all the names. I think there's Naughty. I think there's a couple Naughties. There's also one called Skinny, which is
Skinny Prosecco.
Skinny Prosecco, which right there. That's
That literally tastes like a full-fledged alcohol bottle of Prosecco. It was really good.
So that does have alcohol in, actually. So you've
got
that. Yeah, you've hit that nail on the head. And that's organic. Yeah, that's organic though, and it's very low in sugar. But importantly, we're all about balance, and hopefully you agree, having tasted it, it's still beautifully balanced.
Oh my gosh, it's absolutely beautiful.
This is the one I was talking about, the Naughty Chardonnay.
Naughty, great. Well, that's got zero alcohol,
Yeah.
literally zero, very low in sugar, still balanced, still organic. I mean, there's a joke about the calories. It's almost, so one of our clients said she almost expands more calories opening the bottle and drinking it than the calories themselves, because actually, calories come really from alcohol and sugar, those two components essentially in wine.
So let's do this. Let's make a recipe using your brand. And then also, you're giving all the No Sugar Baker followers using a code. It's on my Facebook page, No Sugar. It's 20% off at Thompson & Scott today and probably throughout the week, which is fantastic. But this is how you're going to make the recipe for this slush, which back in the day, I'm telling you, I used to make a frozen slush at parties. It is fantastic and it's so easy. So what you're going to do is grab a saucepan. Friends, the saucepan is right here. It's about 3 cups of water. And then I used 1 cup of all-natural vegetable sweetener. So there's that sugar substitute. You're going to go ahead and get that boiling. I'm not boiling right now because obviously it won't work. And then you're going to add in, once it boils, you're going to add in 1 packet, super easy, of sugar-free strawberry jello. Okay? Wow. You're just going to add that in, and then you're going to add in, I found 0 sugar lemonade. So you're going to go ahead, and I'm adding strawberry lemonade because I really want to make a strawberry slush again. And then I'm adding in a little bit, just enough of a little bit of a lime juice to give it a little bit of citrus flavor. And then you add in about 2 cups of fresh strawberries. And what you're going to do is just going to go ahead and stir that all together. And then here comes the fun part. You're going to add in, I'm using your Nadi right here, about 2 cups. I can hear it sizzle. Can you hear it?
Right.
You guys can hear
it's
it?
bubbling.
It's a bubble.
Are you sure it's not boiling?
That's a good bubble. And then what you're going to do is you're transport this into like a, I'm going to call like a bucket, ice cream bucket, right? Something that you put in the freezer. And then you freeze it overnight. You stir it all together and then you freeze it overnight. And then this is actually, you scoop it with an ice cream scoop and it ends up being like a slush. Let me tell you, it is fantastic. You scoop it right into your glass.
That smells so good.
It is good, right? And you have this little treat. And you know what? Make it for your friends at a party. Don't tell them. It's sugar free.
And alcohol free as well, exactly. Yes. Well, I just
add a little bit of, I'm going to use the Sprite Zero because that's what my doctor told me to use. So it does bring in a little bit of that. Here's like the finish right here. Let me tell you guys, it is, you can keep it, you can also refreeze it again and just keep recycling up for your parties.
Let me try it.
Okay. The house is in the other world.
I'm going to toast you now. I'm desperate to try that in Britain. I've got to track down some of those ingredients in the UK where I'm based.
Yeah. What do you think?
That's very good.
It's good. And it looks delightful. And I'm not kidding when I say to you, I have not had slush in 3 years because I didn't think there was an answer. When I saw your wines, I'm like, oh my gosh, we can make a wine slush. It's going to be fantastic.
I can't wait to try that, Jane. Thank you so much. And this is a little teaser, my new 0 alcohol rosé. It's a still one, so we'll have to get that to you when it launches. I've just signed it off, so I thought I'd toast that with you tonight. But I'm looking
forward. Is this a Nadi?
No, it's a brand new.
So the one you've got there, the beautiful Naughty Rosé, yes, I've just developed a still version of Naughty.
So it's a still, not a sparkling.
Exactly.
That'd be really good.
But I'm super excited about that cocktail recipe. I'm going to share that as well with my British fans. But I'll try and track down the British ingredients. That sounds delicious over there.
Yeah, it is fantastic. So you know what? It's easy to do. You'll make your party fantastic too, and it'll be the top of the party because no one will believe that it's sugar-free, alcohol-free, and it tastes great, and it's fantastic and wonderful. You know, I should actually do the macros on it because I'm guessing this will be very pretty low in calorie too. Which, if you're watching calories, sometimes those drinks can add up fairly fast, and this is going to be coming pretty low for you. So get 20% off at the No Sugar Baker. The link on the code. Watch it. Go check out our friends at Thompson & Scott. Amanda, not only do I like your wines, I love your accent.
Oh, you're so sweet. It's been such an honor. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful to be with you, and I hope I can come again. Thank you.
Oh, we love it.
Thank you for joining us.
And I hope all your fans get to try Naughty. So cheers to you.
Cheers to everybody. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Amanda. Keep up the great work. Well, that was fun.
Hey, this slush right here is so good. You guys will have to get the recipe. You'll have to try it. It is delightful.
It is delightful. You know, I got this slush recipe from, of course, the folks. My mom used to make slush all the time before I got sick. So that was one of the things we used to do. Now, here's what y'all been waiting for. The recipe of the day is the carrot cake. Listen, so like I said, before I got sick, I'm embarrassed by this. I went and bought myself a carrot cake on my birthday. I didn't tell you I did this that day. I took and ate just the cream cheese frosting straight off of it.
Makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. I was sicker than sick. So we have the carrot cake right here. You can kind of see right there. Also, the recipe's on nosugarbaker.com. And what you're gonna do is add 1 cup of butter, 4 eggs. So it's very high protein carrot cake too. 4 eggs, and then you're gonna add in 2 cups of your choice of sweetener. I use pure cane, as you all know. Go ahead and mix that. Now, let me tell you a little something else I'm learning about. I'm learning just like all of you. I've been gifted. This is called Hope and Sesame sesame milk. It has 8 times the protein.
Then what?
Almond milk.
Almond milk? Wow.
Yeah, 8 tons of protein. And right now, everybody is trying to do all this. Just move a little change here. They've been trying to do all this oat milk, thinking it's good for you. Well, actually, oat milk is really bad for diabetics. So I actually just put a drizzle of the sesame milk in there too. Or you can use almond milk, or you can use water.
That's really good because you get the extra protein with the eggs with that sesame milk.
You go ahead and blend this together. Add in vanilla.
We like a lot of vanilla.
We do like a lot of vanilla. Add in the vanilla. And then we've talked about this before. Cinnamon is a very good friend of the diabetic. So make sure you add in a good dose. There we go. Dose of cinnamon. And then some of you have asked me about the flour I use. So this is, I think we have 2 cameras going on here today, friends. So I gotta make sure, I want to talk to you down here, but you're actually up here. So this is the example of the keto wheat flour that I use. Now, listen, a carrot cake doesn't need very much of a rise, right? So the keto flour does work in this recipe was done by Michael Dosado from NHL. So it is, I think, 2 cups of the keto flour along with some baking soda and some salt. And then you go ahead and mix it together. And now let me talk about, I skipped carrots in my life for the first probably year after I was diagnosed.
Which was hard for me because the hubs, that's his favorite vegetable.
Right.
But carrots.
But here's what I learned. There's actually organic carrots that aren't orange. So they're the yellows, the purples, very pale orange. That actually has less sugar content than an orange carrot does. So you go ahead and add in, when you have it all mixed together, you add in pecans and the carrots. You go and mix it well together. You bake it at 350. You can do it in a round pan, 350 for about 55 minutes. And then the fun part comes, the topping. I'm going to squeeze this right here. It's a cream cheese frosting. So it's cream cheese with heavy whipping cream with a little bit of the all-natural confectioner's sugar replacement, sugar substitute. And it's great. It's fantastic. It's so easy to do. It'll be the hit.
So good.
And then over here we have this one, just because I have to show you this, if I can reach again without knocking everything over. This is the No Sugar Baker chocolate cake, which I used these sugar-free sprinkles on.
Sugar-free sprinkles?
Yeah, sugar-free
Wow.
sprinkles.
Where did you find those?
They were sent to us. Anyway, so hey, it's been a great birthday. We're so excited. Make sure you enter all our contests because we have all our friends from Keto Chow, from Thompson Scott Wines, from
Grassroots,
from Right Rice. They're all giving us great prizes and deals. They all have 20% off. Use the links that are on the Facebook page and enter in the contest. The question is again, what day of the week was I born? So it actually if you think about it too, it kind of makes sense because I came out of flying. If that helps you.
If you think about it, we kind of covered everyone's meal for a whole day. We have the meal replacement breakfast, Keto Chow. You can do some Right Rice and some Grassroots stuff for lunch, and then top it off with, well, I guess you need something for dinner, but for dessert, we got the cakes and we got the slushie for you. You guys are all set.
I guess this is, woo! I guess this is a meal by itself right here, friends. A little liquid diet. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this very fun No Sugar Baker on the Road birthday party edition. We love all of you and thank you for all your support. Go to www.nosugarbaker.com for all the recipes. They're all there. Make sure you enter the contest. And hey, we'll see you next time. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us.